Welcome to Sports News. Coach Stephen Keshi's reign as the handler of the Super Eagles came to an end as the Nigeria Football Federation decided to part ways with him. Now, aside winning the Nations Cup in 2013, he also qualified Nigeria to the 2014 FIFA World Cup, taking them to the second round of the tournament. This report x-rays the 52-year-old's performance during his 3-year reign.
That one took a deflection, but there are 3 Congolese players there. Oh, great pass, and that must be goal number 2. It is a goal for Congo.
Super Eagles lost to Congo in their opening 2015 African Cup of Nations qualifier. Was the beginning of the end of Coach Stephen Keshi.
Super Eagles testing their first defeat right here in Calabar. It has never happened before.
Another defeat in the hands of Sudan in Khartoum on October 11th was the final nail in the coffin of the once respected tactician.
This campaign continues to be a painful one for Nigeria. 3 matches played now, the defending champions yet to come up with a win. Just the 1 point for them. Bottom of the group for Stephen Keshi and his Nigerian side.
Despite bouncing back to a 3-1 victory over the Sudanese in the reverse fixture, the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, dismissed Keshi and his technical crew.
So Nigeria should be patient with us. It's going to be a tough call. And on our part, it's going to impact hugely on us, members of the Federation, on our family, on everything. But at the end of the day, we're going to come out glowing. We're going to come out smiling. That is it. So, but right now, it's a difficult call.
Opinions are divided over the decision of the football authorities to ease out the former Nigerian international. Some analysts say the 52-year-old sacrificed merit over mediocrity in the selection of players for the national team.
Keshi have lost the dress room. The situation whereby you are managing the Super Eagles, you manage players, you manage their characters, you manage their egos, you try to sort out differences if there are any, because as a team you need teamwork. What happened at the AFCON 2013 was a function of teamwork and team spirit.
Others question the timing of his ouster, as they should have been allowed to lead the African champions through to the end of the qualifiers.
Sacking Keshi now is of no purpose. It won't solve the problems. The win against Sudan, yes, is a step forward. I think they should have allowed the man to finish the job. If he qualifies or not, fine. Bringing in our model now, it doesn't solve the problems.
The big task before the NFF and Keshi's successor, Amadou Shuaibu, is to secure a win against Congo and South Africa to stay in reckoning to defend the title in Morocco.
The Confederation of African Football has written to urge Ghana to consider hosting next year's African Nations Cup should Morocco go ahead to pull out from hosting the games. CAF will be meeting the Moroccan authorities and take a decision, but in the meantime the ruling body is considering a number of countries they think have the capacity to be an alternative venue for AFCON 2015. That's in the sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Well, on the foreign scene, the World Health Organization will be more intense in efforts at curbing the spread of the Ebola virus disease in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. The promise was made by a top official, Dr. Isabel Nottel, who was addressing a press conference in Geneva today. She spoke of a spike in cases in Guinea's capital, Conakry, an intense transmission in the Sierra Leonean capital, Freetown, and warned of cases doubling every 4 weeks, which may see the death toll going above 4,500 this week. Meanwhile, proceedings continue tomorrow in the Oscar Pistorius trial. The athlete was found guilty of culpable homicide and is appealing the sentence, as he could face 15 years in jail. The defense, however, believes he should have a different sentence. The hearing continues tomorrow. Here's Cynthia Are with more.
Thanks a lot. During today's proceedings, the cousin of the late Reeva Steenkamp, Kim Martin, took to the witness stand for the second time, and she says Oscar Pistorius has to pay for what he had done. The defense has argued that Pistorius should serve house arrest and community service for the killing, and that's a suggestion branded as shockingly inappropriate by prosecutor Harry Nell. Also today, the second Dallas nurse to become infected with Ebola has arrived in Atlanta. Meanwhile, her mother has told health officials that her daughter was not ill when she was at the house in Ohio. Then, in order to douse the fears in the United States, President Barack Obama canceled a political campaign trip and reassured the American public that the dangers of a serious outbreak are low.
If we do these protocols properly, if we follow the steps, if we get the information out, then the likelihood of widespread Ebola outbreaks in this country are very, very low.
Finally, it seems as though the Hong Kong government is ready to negotiate once again. After cancelling talks which were supposed to hold last Friday, it now says it's ready for new talks with student protesters scheduled for next week. And that's the Foreign News Wrap-Up. It's back.
Well, many thanks, Cynthia. And the main news again. Today, a dramatic oath-taking was witnessed by the people of Ekiti State as the Governor Kairi Fayose was being sworn in by the Chief Judge of the state, Justice Daramola. Today also swore in the Deputy, Dr. Kolapo Olushola. After that, the Governor addressed the people in his acceptance speech, promising them with more of what he called stomach infrastructure. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching.